Hey, what's going on, people? This is Speederman here once again with another film review. And this time I'm talking about a film called Bad Biology from 2008 from the same director as Basket Case, Brain Damage, Frankenhooker, which is one of my favorite films. But yeah, this is totally weird, bizarre, sick film. So this film is about this girl named Jennifer, and she kind of has a sex addiction, among other things. And we find out that she has I don't know how to say this, but like seven clits. I mean, she's just a weird character. Um, and in my opinion, she this is the movie that Nymphomaniac should have been like. If you guys ever heard of Lars von Trier's Nymphomaniac. But anyways, so this girl just hooks up with any guy she can. She's a total nympho, and we find out that she can have babies like after 2 hours after she has sex, and they're like these mutant babies. I mean, the story just keeps getting weirder and weirder, and yeah, so there's also eventually this guy named Bats who eventually meets up with her, and after they meet up, like shit just hits the fan. But wow, this is like one of those like really cheesy exploitation films. Um, but I must say, like during the first half hour, I was really on board with this film, and then it kind of just went downhill. I stopped losing interest, and at first I did think it was funny, but then it just feels like the movie's trying too hard. Um, like the effects, the gore effects, everything looks really bad. The acting is really bad. Um, but yeah, this is one of those films that not even like the so bad it's cheesy type of film. It's not even like on that level of good. And but I will say though, like the weirdness of it, the bizarreness of the main character of Jennifer, like that totally drives the movie. That's what really kept me watching throughout the whole film. And yeah, I thought it was good up until the middle, and then towards the end, it just felt like they tried too hard. But I mean, it's from the director of Basket Case, so you're gonna find elements of Basket Case in this film, elements of Frankenhooker, But for this film, I thought that it's not as campy as those films. It's not as cheesy or, yeah, like it's not as funny as those films. I gotta say, but I'm finally glad that I finally watched this film because I've been wanting to see it. And would I recommend it? Yes, but don't expect much. If you're a fan of horror comedies, you should try to give it a watch. But it's not a movie I would buy or rent. I guess you could rent it if you want, but it's not a movie I would collect. Definitely not one of Frank Henenlotter's best films, but I guess it's a good film to watch to waste time. I guess could have been better, but yeah, when you watch his films, you kind of know what to expect. But for this, yeah, I totally thought this is one of his most boring movies. It tries to shock you too much, and it tries to like be gross and comical, like a sex comedy. But yeah, it doesn't really succeed on that level. So yeah, I'll give this film a 5 out of 10. Um, because there was enough weirdness in here to keep you watching. So yeah, I just give it a 5 out of 10. So that's what I thought about Bad Biology. 100 subscribers. Peace.